This week we're going to review the last two books we read. It's lesson 2, guys. We did The Spooky Tale of Pruitt Peacock yesterday. Today we're going to do Aunt Flossie's Hats and Crab Cakes. Listen as I read. On Sunday afternoons, Sarah and I go to see Great Aunt Flossie. Sarah and I love Aunt Flossie's house. It's crowded with lots of stuff and things. Books and pictures and lamps and pillows, plates and trays and old dried flowers, and boxes and boxes and boxes of hats. On Sunday afternoon, Sarah and I go to see Aunt Flossie. She says, "Come in, Sarah. Come in, Susan. Have some tea. Have some cookies. Later we can go get some crab cakes." We sip our tea and eat our cookies, and then Aunt Flossie lets us look at her hat boxes. We pick out hats and try them on. Aunt Flossie says they are her memories. Each hat has its story. Hats, hats, hats. A stiff black one with bright red ribbons, a soft brown one with silver buttons, thin floppy hats that hide our eyes, green or blue or pink or purple. Some have fur and some have feathers. Look, this hat is just one smooth, soft rose, but here's another one with a trillion flowers. Aunt Flossie's has so many hats. On Sunday afternoon, I pick out a woolly winter hat, sort of green maybe. Aunt Flossie thought for a minute. Aunt Flossie always thinks a minute before she starts a hat story. Then she sniffed the woolly hat. "Just a little smoky. Smell now," she said. Sarah and I sniffed the hat too. "Smoky smell, Aunt Flossie." "The big fire," Aunt Flossie said. "The big fire in Baltimore. Everything smelled of smoke for miles, for days and days. Big fire didn't come near our house on Center Street, but we could hear the fire engines racing down St. Paul. Horses' hooves clattering, bells, whistles. Your great-grandma and I couldn't sleep. We grabbed our coats and hats and ran outside. Worried about Uncle Jimmy's grocery store. Worried about the terrapins and crabs. Big fire in Baltimore." I think Aunt Flossie closed her eyes. I think she was seeing a long time ago. I wondered about crab cakes. Did they have crab cakes way back then? Then Sarah sniffed Aunt Flossie's hat. "No more smoky smells," she said, "but I thought I could smell some just a little." Then Sarah tried a different hat. Dark, dark blue with a red feather. "This one, Aunt Flossie, this one." Aunt Flossie closed her eyes and thought for a minute. Oh my, yes, what an exciting day. We waited, Sarah and I. "What happened, Aunt Flossie?" I asked. "Big parade in Baltimore." "Oh, big parade. We love parades." "I made that hat," Aunt Flossie said, "to wear to watch that big parade. Buglers bugling, drummers drumming, flags flying everywhere. The boys, soldiers you know, back from France, marching up Charles Street. Proud everyone was cheering and everyone shouting. The Great War was over, the Great War was over." Then we looked in a very special box. "Look, Aunt Flossie, here's your special hat." It was a big straw hat with pink and yellow flowers and green velvet ribbon. Aunt Flossie's best Sunday hat. It's our favorite story because we were in the story and we can help Aunt Flossie tell it. Aunt Flossie smiled. "One Sunday afternoon, she said, we were going for crab cakes. Sarah and Susan and Mommy and Daddy," I said. "And Aunt Flossie," said Sarah. Aunt Flossie nodded. "We were walking by the water and the wind came." "Let me tell it," I said. "The wind came and blew your favorite best Sunday hat." "My favorite best Sunday hat," said Aunt Flossie. "It indeed landed in the water. It was funny," said Sarah. "I didn't think so," said Aunt Flossie. "Daddy tried to reach it," I said, "but he slid down in the mud. He looked really surprised, and everybody laughed." "Now comes the best part, and I'll tell it," said Sarah. "A big brown dog came. It was walking by with a boy. 'May we help you?' the boy asked. 'My dog Gretchen can get it.' The boy threw a small stone, and it landed in Aunt Flossie's hat. Gretchen jumped into the water, and she swam, and she got it. Hooray for Gretchen!" "It was very wet," said Aunt Flossie, "but it dried just fine. Almost like new. It was my favorite best Sunday hat." "I like that story," I said. "So do I," said Sarah, and I like what happened next. We went to get crab cakes." "Crab cakes," said Aunt Flossie. "What a wonderful idea. Sarah, Susan, telephone your parents. We'll go get some crab cakes right now." Try to remember some of your favorite parts of the story. You may even want to draw them or make a list. Hint, it might help you with the lessons this week.